Well, here we are on the first part of my journey, soon to be on YouTube. This is going to be on my new channel called A Day in the Life of an Ordinary Actor. So today's day, leaving Stansted Airport, looking a little bit tired, just on a night shift, so I've been awake all night anyway, and now leaving. It's now 6 a.m. in the morning. Liverpool Street is my next stop, hopefully get there about 6:45, and then make my way to the Barbican, and hopefully I'll be able to pick it up from there. So, first day of an ordinary job in actor's life. Here we go, stay tuned. So here we are now on the set, and it's been a few hours now already. As you can see, I'm in costume, and I've just been reacting to several words spoken to me from my fellow actors in character. At the moment, as you can see from the background probably, we're deep in the basement of some very old church. In fact, one of the oldest standing churches in London, I believe. But I'll show you a little bit more of that in a while. And I'll also go upstairs in a second and take you with me and show you some of the action that's taking place. Some of the faces that in this sort of docudrama, if you like to call it, you may recognise, and some you may not. But hopefully you'll have fun watching as much as I do participating. So see you in a while.
Well, since we're filming in such a fabulous location, I thought it only right to give you a brief history. This is, of course, St. Bartholomew the Great, a church set deep in the heart of London, which many people probably, although they may live quite close by, have never actually seen. The Priory Church was founded in AD 1123 as part of a monastery of the Augustinian canons. The priory was dissolved in 1539, and the nave of the church was demolished. The monastic buildings were largely intact, and the canons' choir and sanctuary were preserved for parish use. Under Queen Mary, there was briefly a house of Dominican friars here, before it reverted to being a parish church under Queen Elizabeth I. Various parts of the building were damaged or destroyed through the centuries, until the restoration began in the 19th century, first in the 1860s, and then under Sir Aston Webb in the 1880s and 90s, and on into the 20th century. St. Bartholomew the Great is a living church, but it also attracts those of no particular religious belief because of its architecture and sense of history. St. Bartholomew's was established by Rahere, a courtier and favourite of King Henry I. It is thought that it was the death of the king's wife Matilda, followed by 2 years later by the drowning of their heir Prince William, his brother, half-brother and sister, that prompted Rahere to renounce his profession for a more worthy life and make his pilgrimage to Rome. In Rome, like many pilgrims, he fell ill. As he lay delirious, he prayed for his life, vowing that if he survived, he would set up a hospital for the poor in London. His prayers were answered, and he recovered. As he turned for home, the vision of St. Bartholomew appeared to him, and said, "I am Bartholomew, who have come to help thee in thy straits. I have chosen a spot in a suburb of London, at Smithfield, where in my name thou shalt found a church." A suburb here means outside the walls of the city, but not outside the city itself, whose boundary is defined by the bars, for example, Temple Bar, Holborn Bar. True to his word, Rahere set up both a church, a priory of Augustinian canons, and the hospital. He lived to see their completion. Indeed, he served as both prior of the priory and master of the hospital. And it is quite possible that he was nurtured and nursed at Bart's before his death.
Well, there you go, it's now 7:30 in the evening almost, so a long old day, 12 and a half hours, or if you count the travelling time, about 13 and a half hours. Not quite the life you probably thought of a jobbing actor, and this is probably typical of most days. I'm back again in a few days' time to do the 8th and 9th. I'll keep you posted of what happens then, and I look forward to keeping these vlogs going, and I hope you enjoy them. Bye for now.